Hi everyone, this is a collective tarot reading for the new moon in Taurus, which will be exact on May 7th, and it is aimed at light workers. So if you want more peace, love, health, and wealth in the world, you are part of who I am reading for. Had a little oopsie shortly before filming this. I'll probably be better by the time I need to shuffle cards next. But regardless of anything, I'm going to do a 7-card horseshoe spread. And as always, I have oracle cards to the side. You can pick which one, two, or all three resonate with you the most. So let's get into it. The Astro Matrix Tarot has been on my wish list for so long. I am so happy to finally have one. This is one of my first readings with it. But let's see what we have. So in the past, we have the Queen of Coins. Okay, cool. In the present, we have the Five of Cups. Understandable. Known factors, we have the Three of Wands. Of course. We collectively are the Hanged Man reversed. Very interesting. Unknown factors, where the juice is, the Hierophant reversed. Okay. Advice card, Ten of Wands. Okay. And potential outcome / future is the Eight of Cups with the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to stare at these cards. I'm going to make them look better in the shot. I'll see you right now. All right, everyone. This is one of these binary readings, which means that it either means a thing or it means the opposite of that thing. And given that this is a collective reading, I'm assuming that there are going to be people in both camps who need to hear this. I am leaning more heavily in one direction given how these two cards are oriented. But in short, this is probably an invitation to forge your own path and accept the responsibilities that come with that. Or for some of you, it could be an invitation to not reinvent the wheel and to actually go about it the tried and true way. Now, given the fact that the Hierophant is reversed in the unknown factors and the Ten of Wands is upright as an advice card, I'm leaning more towards forging your own path. But I'll kind of throw in an asterisk at the end for the others, okay? So here's the deal. And I was recently in a similar situation. And I don't feel it would be, I can't elaborate without breaching trust, I'll put it that way. But here's the thing, talking about these two cards. Sometimes you end up being the best person for the job. And sometimes you're the best person for the job despite yourself. No matter what circumstances led to whatever the situation is, it sucks to be the only person who can carry the 10 wands all the way to the city in the background. It does suck. However, if the wands need carrying and you are there and there is no one else that can get all 10 of these wands to the city, it's about knuckling up and just doing it, no matter how bad it sucks, you know. Now, fleshing this out into the reading as a whole, and this also plays into the Eight of Cups here. But the thing that struck me the most is this Hangman reversed, Hierophant reversed combo here, because the Hangman is a card of, gaining new perspective through surrender to a higher cause, that kind of thing. I'm oversimplifying a little, but I caught a good chunk of the meanings of that card. But there's also a warning against stagnation, because the Hangman is bound to this tree. He's not going anywhere, right? So the fact that we collectively are represented by this Hangman reversed is hinting at us having the illumination necessary, but still not doing anything with it. And no matter which side of the camp that you fall on, whether you're being invited to forge your own path or not, I think that warning applies equally. And again, yes, things were nice and chill and happy and content and fulfilled, and we were patient and focused, and everything was going right, in the before time. And now all of a sudden someone left 10 wands hanging around and we're the only person who can get them there. And it's kind of a confrontation. The Three of Wands, I call it the threshold card very often, and I find it very fitting that both of these characters are kind of facing in the same direction, right? And what made me say confrontation just now is that sometimes the task that is yours to do, sometimes that is revealed to us through some kind of confrontation. We're confronted with a situation where, oh shit, there are 10 wands here and they need to be in the city and I'm the only one who can do the job, you know? So you could either mope about it or you can do it. You can totally do it while moping about it. That's kind of what I chose to do. Am choosing to do. But yeah. Crossing the threshold is a scary thing. And that might be why, you know, the pressure of forging your own path at a time like this when the stakes are so high, that's a lot of pressure, right? And it can be tempting to imitate what has been done before. But we're in hyper novelty. The world is throwing bigger, faster changes at us faster than we can adapt to them. This has been the case for at least a year now. Hi, ChatGPT. And that was just that particular watershed moment. But without getting distracted, the times. Finding the tried and true way at a time like this when we're in hyper novelty is a fool's errand. And the longer and the more tightly you hold on to that. And again, I'm assuming that this is the message that most of y'all need. I'll circle back to the people who've been nodding along wondering, well, Sid is clearly, spitting facts right now and shit like that because you're refusing to do it the tried and true way. I'll circle back to you. But to most of you, it's really trying to figure out how to do it your own way at a time like this when the stakes is high is very disappointing. It sucks to be put in that situation, but this is the situation that we're in. And it's time to find an alternate way. The Seven of Swords underpinning the entire reading at the bottom of the deck is another reason why I'm assuming very few of us are being invited to do it the tried and true way. But regardless, that's kind of what you need to do. And something also, and I just remembered this, I'm glad I did because it's useful to say for those of you who need to hear this. When we are stagnant, despite knowing what we need to do, but not going anywhere, our foot is tied to this tree. A common reason that happens is, and yes, those of you who watch me, yes, I'm going to say the thing again, is that the task seems so monumental that we don't know where to start, which is where, just breaking it down into the smallest tangible step, even wiggling your big toe. That's an actual trick that stoners use when they're so stoned that they can't get off the couch. They start by wiggling their big toe, and once their big toe is moving, then they can wiggle their foot. And once their foot is moving, they can move their leg. And a couple seconds later, they're standing up and out of the couch. So if you need to just wiggle your toe until you find the thing that is yours to do, so that you can break from the tradition despite not wanting to, and actually, suck it up and knuckle up and carry these 10 wands on this new path. That's kind of the invitation. And it's funny because I just remembered that one of the few aspects that is going to be near exact for this new moon is going to be that it's sextiling Saturn. So with this seed that is planted, has some long-lasting stability to it that is also mixed with the exalted pleasures of the moon in Taurus in general. So there can be as much as it sucks when we're in the situation, this is also true for me. Looking back at it after the fact, once you're in the city and the 10 wands have been, you know, rested where they're in their proper place in the city, and you can kick back and you've recuperated from the toil of actually carrying these wands. These are good moments to live through. Actually, that was ominous, yet still encouraging. It feels like the right time to end the reading, so I'm just going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. Can't do this with my hand. Let's move to the oracle card portion. If you chose this card, your card is anger. Listen, it sucks to be the one who needs to pull a miracle out of your ass, and at times like this. For some strange reason, these are the phrases that are coming to mind. Thoughts of, I tried to warn you, why didn't you listen to me sooner? Shit like that. You know, random phrases that I'm just throwing out there for some reason are very easy to come up. It's very easy for those sentences to come up. So for you, maybe the reason you weren't resonating with the Five of Cups in particular is because you're still pissed off at the people who have collectively put us in this collective situation, you know? And this is a pretty straightforward invitation to not give in to that anger. Now, for some of you, maybe using the anger as fuel, but if you've been angry a lot and this reading has been resonating for you, sorry, the shoe fits, buddy. Don't give in to the anger. All right, moving on. The next one is Mars, motion. Well, this is, actually, I'm going to need a moment to reflect on this. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. The wiggling your big toe is it's the thread that connects these two cards for now. But because of the warning against stagnation, that's kind of why I started there with the reiterating of how to get off the stoner couch, you know? Fail quickly, fail often, be open to feedback, basically. This is you're being invited to be dynamic, obviously, with the thrusting, cutting, separating energy of Mars, who is at home in Aries for this new moon. This is an invitation to not let stagnation trap you, basically. Yeah. If you chose this card, your card is the hummingbird spirit. Be here now. Well, this is, man, I keep tying this to the Five of Cups, but it's so fitting that it's hard not to. But you know, again, the Five of Cups is facing the Queen of Coins in the past, you know, and part of what can help people deal with the disappointment that can come with being the one who needs to pull a miracle out of your ass all of a sudden. Oh, it's all on me to save you, is to just focus on what you're doing right now. It is crazy how helpful it is for those of you who've experienced what it's like to be truly present when doing a mundane task. You know what I mean. And for those who haven't, it's difficult to describe, but the more you focus on the task that's in front of you now and the person that you need to be to best, you know, do that task, the more easily it can be to, you know, position yourself correctly to get the nectar at the bottom of the flower there. Yeah, that's a good note to end on. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this reading, please give this video a like. Y'all have a great new moon, half lunar cycle. I'll see you soon.